But going right, she has such a great change of pace, and she's learned to play through the contact.
You say that after you lose. But at the same time, like, our goal is to hold people under 84 points, and we held them to 86.
Aja Wilson, the WNBA's reigning queen, is down. Caitlyn Clark, the rookie phenom, is rising. The league will never be the same after this week. Let's break down how one injury just reshaped the entire WNBA landscape. And just like that, the unstoppable Aces hit a wall. Remember when they were the team to beat? Now they're scrambling. How do you replace a player averaging nearly 27 points and 12 rebounds per game? That's the million-dollar question keeping coaches up at night. Hey guys, before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So if you would, please click the subscribe button. Perfect, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. The Aces locker room must feel like a ghost town right now. Wilson's absence isn't just a hole in the lineup, it's a gaping chasm in the team's spirit. You can bet Coach Becky Hammond is pacing back and forth, trying to figure out how to patch this leak before the whole ship sinks. Alright, so let's break it down. Wilson was putting up monster numbers, 26.9 points and 12 rebounds per game. That's not just good, that's MVP caliber stuff. Now, the Aces are looking at their bench like, who's gonna step up? It's like trying to replace LeBron James with a high school player, okay? Maybe not that extreme, but you get the point. This isn't just an Aces problem anymore. The whole league is going bonkers. Teams that were planning their strategies around stopping Wilson are now puzzled on their next move. It's like the chessboard just lost its queen, and everyone's scrambling to figure out the new game.
But going right, she has such a great change of pace, and she's learned to play through the contact.
Honestly, proud of how we did. I thought we were pretty resilient, and you know, hopefully we can shoot it a little better on Friday.
So now some teams are probably seeing this as their golden ticket. The Aces were looking unbeatable, but now it's anybody's game. Coaches across the league are probably huddled up right now, redrawing their playoff roadmaps. Who's got the best shot at the title now? That's the question on everyone's lips. Social media is blowing up too. Fans are freaking out, wondering if the Aces can survive without their superstar. One fan even tweeted, "Will the Aces fail without their superstar?" Talk about drama. It's like a soap opera, but with more jump shots and fewer evil twins. Let's not count the Aces out just yet. They've still got a solid roster, and adversity has a way of bringing out the best in players you least expect. Maybe we're about to see the rise of an unlikely hero. Who knows? This could be the start of an underdog story for the ages. Still, you can't help but wonder, is this injury the domino that's gonna topple the whole WNBA power structure?
Clark got around Stokes, gets to the rim, lays it in, and a foul.
Say that after you lose. But at the same time, like, our goal is to hold people under 84 points, and we held them to 86.
Are we about to see a changing of the guard? The playoff picture just got a whole lot more interesting, that's for sure. And speaking of interesting, you won't believe who's making waves while the Aces are trying to stay afloat. We'll get to that in a second. First, let's take a moment to appreciate just how much Wilson's injury has shaken things up.
We could be in for a track meet here tonight. The Aces play second fastest, Indiana third fastest, and Lexi Hull.
One of those nights. Overall, like, I didn't feel like I played bad. I felt, as a group, we really struggled to make shots that we had been making.
Just as Wilson's injury left a superstar-sized hole in the league, an unexpected hero emerged from the shadows. Enter Caitlyn Clark, the Indiana Fever rookie. But is her sudden rise a flash in the pan, or are we witnessing the birth of the WNBA's next dynasty? You thought the drama was over? Think again. While the Aces are trying to keep their heads above water, Caitlyn Clark is making waves that are rocking the entire league.
Vegas's points here, and that's been kind of the story for the Aces this year.
I think just, you know, prepare the best I can going forward. With a day in between, you really got to take time for your body.
This rookie isn't just good. She's putting up numbers that are making seasoned vets look like they're playing in slow motion. Alright, so check this out. Clark's averaging 24.3 points per game in her debut season. That's not just Rookie of the Year stuff. That's MVP territory. And she's not just scoring. Clark's dishing out assists like she's got eyes in the back of her head. She's leading the league in assists, showing off passing skills that people are calling once in a generation.
That's almost 45 points per game and the most by any player ever. She's on pace to generate the most points in a season in WNBA history.
Remember that game against the Phoenix Mercury? Clark went off for 38 points, 12 assists, and 7 rebounds. That's not a stat line, that's a statement. She's out there playing like she's got something to prove, and boy, is she proving it. Now, you might be thinking, how does Clark's game compare to Wilson's? Well, it's like comparing apples and oranges. Wilson's a powerhouse in the paint, while Clark's more of a perimeter threat. Clark's range is insane. We're talking Steph Curry levels of where did that shot come from? This sudden shift in the MVP race? It's got fans losing their minds. Social media is blowing up with debates. Some fans are even saying the league's pushing Clark to the forefront, leaving Wilson in the dust. It's getting heated out there, folks. Clark's rise isn't just about numbers, it's about the future of the WNBA. We're talking about a changing of the guard. Clark's young, she's got media appeal, and she's bringing a fresh energy to the game that's got people tuning in who've never watched women's basketball before. Don't get it twisted though, this isn't just a feel-good story about a rookie making it big. There's a whole conversation happening about race, player treatment, and the direction of the league. Remember when Wilson spoke out about the inequalities black women athletes face? Well, that discussion's back in the spotlight, and it's adding a whole new layer to Clark's meteoric rise. So one thing we know is Clark's talent is undeniable. As one commentator put it, Caitlyn Clark is no joke. The girl can ball, and everyone who's seen her knows her MVP candidacy isn't simply an illusion. She's out there proving night after night that she's the real deal. The WNBA is at a crossroads, and Clark's meteoric rise is forcing everyone to pick a side. But is this really about Clark versus Wilson, or is there a bigger game being played behind the scenes?
She's been playing and doing things and just getting an understanding of the league. Every game she gets a little bit better, and she's making sure she's finding those open players. She had some amazing assists tonight.
Points, 7 assists here so far. Clark crossing over and dropping a 3.
You thought the drama was over with Wilson's injury and Clark's breakout. Think again. This isn't just about 2 players anymore. It's about the entire future of women's basketball. The WNBA is facing some serious questions right now, and how they handle this could change everything. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, race and player treatment. Some fans are feeling like the league is pushing Clark to the front while leaving Wilson in the dust. It's not just about who's the better player. It's about representation and respect. Wilson's been a powerhouse for years, but Clark's getting all this attention right out of the gate. Is it fair? That's what everyone's asking. Social media is blowing up with debates. You've got Team Clark and Team Wilson going at it like it's the finals, but the real issue it's not really about picking sides. It's about how the WNBA treats its stars, both old and new. Clark got a huge Nike deal before she even played her first pro game.
Nike announced earlier today that they're signing Hawkeye superstar Caitlyn Clark to a name, image, likeness deal.
Her first pro game 10 days away, but even before she makes her pro debut, she has a major Nike deal on the line.
Nike made the announcement along with 4 other young basketball stars. And
Wilson, she had to wait until this year to get her own signature sneaker. That's a big difference, and people are noticing. It's raising questions about how the league promotes its players and who gets the spotlight. Clark's not just bringing in new fans, she's bringing in a whole new audience. People who've never watched women's basketball before are tuning in to see what all the fuss is about. That's huge for the WNBA, but it's also putting pressure on the league to evolve. The WNBA's got a tricky balancing act to pull off. They need to promote new talent like Clark to keep growing, but they can't forget about the players who've been holding it down for years. It's like trying to keep everyone happy at a family reunion. Not easy, but super important. This moment could be a game changer for the WNBA. It's forcing everyone to talk about the hard stuff, race, representation, and what the future of women's basketball should look like. It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. This could actually be good for the league in the long run. All this attention, all these debates, it's getting people talking about women's basketball, and not only the usual fans, but there are new fans too. The WNBA's got a chance to use this moment to make some real changes. Imagine if the league took this opportunity to address the inequalities players like Wilson have been talking about. They could use Clark's popularity to shine a light on all the amazing talent in the WNBA, not just the new faces. It's like they've got a golden ticket to reshape the whole game. And it's not going to be easy. The leagues have to be careful how they handle this. They can't just jump on the Clark bandwagon and forget about everyone else. They need to show that they value all their players, from the rookies to the veterans. So we'll see how things shake out, and until then, thanks for joining us on this journey through some exciting times in sports history. Stay tuned for more exciting videos. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. In order to stay up to date on everything from women's basketball to other sports, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's go.